Goku's point of view. So after I was done making love to Callisto, I heard a voice. My mother, Xena, was shouting my name loudly. She said, "Goku, where are you?" And since we were hidden deep in the woods in Callisto's secret hut, I knew it would probably be a while before Mom found me and Callisto. So Callisto said, "Let's make love again." And this time we made love for 4 hours, and I made love to her in every sexual position. And by the time we were done, we were both sweating passionately, and Callisto was still on top of me. And my pee-pee was still inside her pee-pee. And I even wanted to keep my pee-pee in hers because it felt so good and wonderful. She giggled cutely and squeaked cutely. I always enjoyed all the cute, adorable sounds she had said whenever we made love. And then that's when I saw Mom and Dad standing there in the door, way of the hut, and Mom said, "Goku." And I got really scared, and I stood up very quickly when I saw Mom's angry face. I got very scared and said, "Yes, ma'am." And I stood up too quickly, and my covers fell off, exposing my naked body. And because Mom is very strong, almost similar to Dad, I was scared of her, and I also thought, I want to spar Dad soon. I've never been in a real fight with Dad, but I bet he's strong. I'm excited just thinking about it. But I almost forgot that I was standing in front of my mom, naked with my big penis on display for everyone present to see. And Dad said, "Way to go. Son, you did a good job, my boy." And Dad had his thumb up, but Mom was blushing, and she said angrily, "Young man, you cover yourself this instant." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And I put on my pants quickly, and she began to scold me and Callisto. "You little wench," she said to Callisto. "I'm still very young. I don't want to be a grandma now, and my son is very young. Heck, you're both very young." And I said, "Mom, please don't embarrass me. I love this woman, Mom, and I need to help her, Mom, and I know she needs me." And I pointed to Callisto's belly, and I said, "I need to stay with her, Mom, and I can give her powers like Dad did for you. I know that I love her more than anything or anyone. I can feel it. Mom, I knew it from the moment I saw her, and she's having our babies." And Callisto smiled and said, "I'm having your babies? Oh, Goku, I love you so much." And she giggled cutely and squeaked cutely after she said that. And then my mom said, "Little girl, do you have any idea how difficult a pregnancy is? You could die if it wasn't Goku. My son, I'd be worried for you that you wouldn't survive your pregnancy. But since Goku is the father of your children, he can actually help you. So I'm not worried too much, but you need to marry my son, Goku, very soon, since you said you love him. He's a good man, and you better not break his heart, or else." And then Mom and Dad would leave. And I stayed behind with Callisto to help raise our children. And I also helped a lot with Callisto's pregnancy. I gave her angelic powers and immortality, but I also made her just as strong as me because I wanted a strong sparring partner for the rest of my life. So I made my wife the strongest sparring partner before she went into labor. I made sure she wouldn't die from the pregnancy by giving her everything my dad gave Mom. And then some. I now love Callisto so much that I didn't want anything bad to happen to her. So I did what I had to do. I knew I couldn't let her die. I loved her too much. And then she had 4 of my children. I named the first one Vegeta, and the next one Broly, and one Trunks, and one Goten. And I noticed they also had strange hairstyles like me. It seems like my hairstyle was constantly stuck in that position or something like that. Broly had long hair nearly down to his shoulders. It's also kind of spiky. And Vegeta had spiky black hair that sticks straight up. And Trunks has long flowing blue hair. And Goten has my hairstyle, and he looks just like me. I love their hairstyles, so they obviously inherited my genes. And I gave them all of Dad's knowledge, the same thing he once did for me and my twin brother Turles Callistos. Point of view, I had met the most beautiful and handsome man of my dreams. I loved him so much that I wanted to cuddle with him all the time like a big teddy bear. The pregnancy and him giving me powers was a painful process, but after everything I became so strong that nothing bothered me anymore. It was like I was living in a dream. A powerful prince shows up and saves me and my family from an evil warlord, and he gives me incredible powers and immortality. And we both are married now with 4 beautiful adult boys, and we all lived happily ever after. And it feels like I'm in a fairy tale storybook with no end. I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm going to spar with my husband every day, and I will cook and clean for him, and I will make love to him as much as possible. And I don't never want to be apart from my beloved husband and soulmate. And now we are both immortal, and so are our children. I'm so happy my husband and I now have special powers that allows us to create anything out of thin air. And I asked him, what power is this? And Goku said, it's my grandpa's power. He's incredibly strong. Callisto like my father. And now we both have the powers to create anything we want, using the infinity force and the master of all instinct. My grandfather was trained by the master and a man named Abbas. He and my father were already very powerful, but after training with Abbas and the master, they became the strongest god-like beings with infinite power. My father has been alive and been training for millions of years. He learned everything Callisto and grandfather is even older than time itself. When Goku told me, I was surprised to hear that his grandpa is actually the creator of everything, and he's the ultimate king of kings, and I said, wow, I am married to royalty. You really are a prince, a Goku said cutely and naively. I guess you're right, I really am. I suppose I will have to ask Dad about this though, just to be sure. And Goku gave his beautiful warm smile. I love so much, and I said in that moment, Goku, I love you so much. Please don't ever leave me alone. I don't never want to be apart from you, and I don't want to lose you. And then Goku looked at me and he said with a serious face, you don't have to worry, Callisto, because I am going to make sure that nothing bad happens to you. My love or our family, I smiled and kissed Goku, and we continued to train together every day. We were never apart, and our children were always with us. We were all a very close family. Beyond her point of view, it had been months since I saw Goku.